G'day, it's Dan here for the ongoing saga of our weapon build. So we had a section on the character sheet for burst mode for the weapons. So some weapons such as submachine gun have the option to fire multiple shots in a single burst, and that gives you some extra benefits, mostly additional damage and sometimes also additional a bonus to hit. So what we need to do is, I had it all prepped up and set up on one of these checkboxes, and I manipulated the checkbox basically to show different icons rather than a checkbox. So on the setup of the weapon, it shows a checkbox, but on the character sheet, it shows something a little bit more indicative because we don't have all the words. So there was an icon for B for burst mode and a cross for no burst mode. So I continued to use that, put all this extra code on here to fire the burst mode and everything, and then went to actually add the roll mechanism, and these objects don't support rolling. So then I recreated that as an icon cycler, and of course they don't either. So I've now created that as 2 icons, and you'll understand why in a minute. So anyway, the first icon that we have is one called burst, and I've put this pretty icon in here with 3 bullets on here to simulate shooting multiple rounds in a turn. So the first thing that happens is we're actually going to ignore this one because that is just to do with showing and hiding this, and we'll come back to that shortly. So basically I copied the on before dice roll from our attack roll. I also copied all the parameters here from our attack roll, except I changed attack to burst attack. That's the only change here. Over here in our on before dice roll, which I've copied from our attack, everything is the same up to where have we got this one? So it basically modify stack, add slot, burst mode, and I've actually got 2 in here, and 2 is not correct. It is correct for the weapon I was using. However, I was thinking that maybe there was different to hit bonuses for different weapons with burst mode, but it basically just says +2 to hit and double damage. So we can leave it as it is. So resuming back in here, so all we're doing differently to this point is we're adding a modifier slot with burst mode and a bonus of 2. Then the next part that we do additionally is we create a local variable called nbammo, and this is get child, which is burst ammo, which is how many shots are fired in burst mode for this weapon. And then what we're doing in these if-else statements are also copied straight over, and I don't think we have to do anything for this first one. So this first one is basically if you've got no ammo left and it uses ammo. The next one, I've set it up so that if the amount of ammo that you've currently got is greater than or equal to nbammo, which for this weapon is 5, and the weapon uses ammo, then it's going to decrement the current ammo by the burst ammo value, and then it's going to proceed through to the roll. So I can probably even put a return true here, and it doesn't need to go any further in terms of processing this. And then otherwise, if the amount of ammo is greater than 1, and obviously it's less than the burst ammo, because otherwise this rule would have already acted and we've exited out of here. But if there's less than, in this case, 5 ammo, and it uses ammo, then it's going to post a message, you don't have enough ammo for your weapon to use burst mode. I'm going to change it, you don't have enough ammo for burst mode for your weapon. Okay, and it's going to set the dice roll string to D0, and it's going to return false, so, and it's going to reset the modifier stack, so it basically won't roll. Let's push that. Now, I've also got another icon called no burst. If we drop that down a bit, you can see it's just the blank icon, and it is set to visible, whereas the burst icon, the burst icon is set to be invisible, true, and on init we are checking if the weapon burst mode is true, and then we're setting it visible true. So if somebody goes and changes a weapon's property mid-game, this mechanic will break down. We'll see if that becomes a problem, and if so, we'll have to work out how to reinitiate that, but at the moment I think that it's not going to be a problem. So that's what happens here to set these values. Let's see if it's working. I made a couple of tweaks in the code just, and I hope they don't break anything, but we'll find out. So my revolver doesn't have burst mode, so burst mode is grayed out. I probably need to put tooltips back in here on these. Now my submachine gun does support burst mode, so we've got this fancy icon, and I can fire a shot from here, and that will work normally, or I can fire from here, and instead of doing an attack, it does a burst attack, and we get a +2 to our attack rolls. Instead of +1, we got a +3 here, and my ammo has suddenly dropped from 19 to 14. Do it again, down to 9 ammo, down to 4 ammo. So this is where we should see something different happen. I fire again, and it says, Christoph, you don't have enough ammo for burst mode for your submachine gun. Dun dun. If we reload, alright, we can now use burst mode again, and we do it one more time, and we're out of ammo. So if I try and fire here, probably I should put a code in here as well to activate this myself. It doesn't make a big difference, but it is that visual reminder to the agent that, hey, you're out of ammo. We can reload, and if we go down here so that we've only got less than 5 ammo, I try and shoot burst mode. It says, sorry, if I try and use burst mode now, it did work, but my roll was still going. So the asynchronous nature of this, the message is quicker to process, it appeared first. But anyway, you don't have enough ammo for burst mode. I go, drat, okay, I'm just going to do a single shot. So I fire from here, and in fact this weapon has a rate of fire of 2, so I could still make 2 separate attacks, and it's not the end of the world that I can't do burst mode. And I do this a couple more times, and I'm out of ammo anyway. So that mechanic is working fairly well. Of course, we need to test it under live fire, test it with real users, but I think we're getting a whole lot closer. Thanks for your patience working through this. We are getting much, much closer. Oh, of course, and for damage, what I would do for this is this damage is simply doubled. So you'd roll damage once, and you'd roll damage a second time. And that would be your 2d6 + 2. Alrighty, see you again next time.